Well, hi there. In an upcoming review, I'll be looking at the new Mazda CX-9 three-row SUV for 2024, and it'll be the plug-in hybrid electric version. I'm really looking forward to that. But you know what? Mazda dealers have the CX-9 still on their lots. It's the outgoing model. I really liked it. So with that in mind, let's take a look back at an earlier review of the Mazda CX-9. Get in. It's time for Family Wheels. As we get rolling, I have a small request. Give this review a like. It costs nothing, and you'll be helping Family Wheels. As long as you're doing that, subscribe and click the little bell so you'll know when each review is published. And leave a comment if you have thoughts about the vehicle. Thanks! The styling of the biggest Mazda is so clean and classy that it has aged well. Hard to believe it was introduced in 2016. Its upright, nautical-looking front end is a design signature, with more recent Mazdas showing slightly bolder variations on the theme. The subtlety along the sides is easy to miss, but important. A long, arching line flows from the headlights to the middle of the rear doors, where it crossfades into a higher swage line that wraps into the taillights, which in turn are joined by a chrome strip. Nice. I've often said Mazda suspension designers are geniuses. That is true in this vehicle. It has the company's, trademark really, torque vectoring and all-wheel drive on all specs. It's fun to drive. And at highway speeds, the CX-9 is serene, smooth, calm, composed, and it hasn't lost that sporty nature, but you can go on a very long trip and not get worn out by this vehicle. The excellent suspension design typical of Mazda is ably assisted here on the CX-9 by 20-inch rims on most of the specifications. So we've got 255/50 R20 wheels all around, and they feel great when you're driving. Now here in the signature trim of the CX-9, we've got everything, every last thing, including this beautiful rosewood trim, actual rosewood, Napa leather seats with the contrasting piping, the quilting, and so forth. Okay, maybe the signature trim doesn't have every imaginable feature, no panoramic moonroof for instance, but otherwise it's got a boatload of nice things. Let me tell you, if you're actually shopping for one of these, take a look at the trims that are lower down. They're very well packaged. Some of the lower trims have ventilated seats. That's an option that is often found only at the very top end of a range of vehicles. So Mazda has done a great job of packaging features that people want in lower trims. The layout of the controls is similar to all other Mazdas, and it is excellent. We've got hard buttons for all the HVAC functions here, and then we've got a control wheel and 5 hard buttons for various entertainment functions. So not a touchscreen, it's a little far away for that. Besides, you can keep your eyes on the road mostly while you're changing channels or functions with the wheel. The CX-9 has 3 rows, but like others, including the Ford Explorer and Toyota Highlander, it's a tight fit in the way back, basically for kids. Many buyers will use it as a 2+1 row and enjoy the extra cargo space when the 3rd row is folded. The CX-9 passes our child seat test no problem. Behind me is the kind of child seat that takes up the most room rear facing. Up front, well, here I am, 180 centimeters tall, 5 feet 11 inches, and there's plenty of room between my knees and the glove box door. By the way, passenger seats sometimes get fewer features than the driver's seat up front. Not the case here. All the adjustments that the driver has are present, including lumbar. It's swell here in the 2nd row of the CX-9. We've got individual seats. They're adjustable fore and aft, as well as for rake, and they're heated. There's a complete set of HVAC controls in the center console. Here in the 2nd row center console, we have a bin and 2 USB outlets. There is, however, no panoramic moonroof. The 2.5-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine in the CX-9 is a familiar Mazda power plant, and it has that great Mazda feature where you can run it on premium gasoline as well as regular. So with 87 octane, we get 227 horsepower. If you feel like splurging on premium gas, and that's 93 by the way, not 91, you can get 250 horsepower. That's the same as in a number of other Mazda models with the Turbo 4, and it's a nice feature. All trims of the CX-9 get the same power plant, and let's take it up one of Vancouver's steeper hills. And in my view, all Mazda engines have a certain greatness to them. They just seem to be built to really fine tolerances. They rev up very nicely and freely and give you a sense of sportiness no matter which Mazda they're in. The Mazda CX-9 has a lot of competition in the 3-row SUV category. This is not a complete list, but the Kia Telluride, the Toyota Highlander, Ford Explorer, Chevrolet Traverse, Hyundai Palisade, and more. That's all in the same broad price range. However, Toyota and Ford do offer hybrid versions. One more point about competition. Like other Mazdas, the CX-9 is so stylish, well-equipped, well-made, and fun to drive that it can be shopped against higher-priced SUVs from the likes of Audi, BMW, and Lexus. It's not exactly champagne on a beer budget, more like champagne on a Prosecco budget. They're not identical, but similar enough to satisfy many people's tastes. The Mazda CX-9. No, it's not an MX-5 and never will be, but it is true to Mazda in every sense of the company's ethos. But what do you think? Leave a comment. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and thanks for subscribing. I'm Richard Detman, and I'll see you next time on Family Wheels.